Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is May 28th, 2015, and today is Thursday. So looking at the economic calendar first for today, at 10:30 we have a GBP, gross domestic product number, coming out at 10:30, and then we have all-day G7 meetings today. So things are going to be kind of funny in terms of trading, and then later in the day at 4 o'clock South African time, we have the consumer weekly unemployment claims in the U.S. So that's just a weekly number, and I don't think that's going to change much in regards to the trading. But technically speaking, let's jump into the market. So looking at the Euro USD right here, we've had this big retracement from 114 right back down to 109, 108. As you can see here, it faltering, and you could just play the levels. I mean, it's just really unbelievable how it's, almost free money out here. If you're just playing the levels on the upper side and the lower side, we had calculated this as a potential support level yesterday, and boom, that was exactly what had happened. It broke all the way into it and then bounced right off. So my next target is, my next resistance is at 110-ish, 110.10-ish level, and then my next one is 111.18. Of course, there's the longer term one at 114. But look, things are trading, okay, and the euro is trading. So you could have made a nice 50 to 60 pip move right just yesterday to today in the euro USD. I'm going to jump to the Dow just really quickly. Looking at the Dow, we had said that we had really got shellacked yesterday. A big sell-off from 18,200 all the way down to 17,900. And look at what happened. I said it would bounce, and sure enough, if you listen to my call yesterday, sure enough, it bounced yesterday from the previous day sell-off. So we're right here in the middle. I still feel that we're going to give it one last push right before the beginning of the summer, and we just have one more day really. So we'll see how that pans out. Not to say that there's no trading in the summer, but it's just a little bit lighter, and it's a little bit hard to decipher whether or not the market makers are really coming in to take positions in the market. So looking at here, we're just bouncing here a little bit. So let's see if we can break this neckline. It looks a little bit like a head and shoulders. This one shoulder. This is not exactly a formation of a head and shoulders, but it looks like it's somewhat forming to something like that. Looking at the GBP Japanese yen, all the way, we're just breaking higher. Okay, as you can see here on a daily chart. So I would look to buy the retracements of this. Every time it retraces, buy, rallies, retraces, rallies, retraces, rallies. So if you can get on this, definitely jump on it. GBP is very, very strong, and the Japanese yen is getting much weaker across the board as we've seen it go through. Looking at the USD CAD from yesterday, it was a nice number. Okay, we did have this resistance and we broke it above, as you can see here, but we didn't take it out. Okay, so to say that this is clearly a nice buy right here, I would say it's not. I would look to maybe short it a little bit and see that I get my confirmation once it dips below 124, and then to take it a little bit heavier. But it was a trade. It wasn't a big trade yesterday. We had a little bit of a rally against the CAD, and the dollar got stronger a little bit. So it's something to keep on the radar today to see how it's going to unfold. Looking at oil right before we look at gold. Oil dipping below this $58 level. That's actually important. Let's see if it continues. I would say, anywhere around. Let's just paint it a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. Let's just give me 1 second. Let's just paint it. I would say anywhere you see this is a resistance level right here. Previous resistance level, we showed this to you before. It's just on it right now. So if it really breaks below here, I would say, if it trickles down below 56, then we could see it going back down to 54.5. Not big moves, but you know what? These are moves. These are opportunities. Okay, it's trickling down a nice wedge formation to the downside, and as long as it doesn't bounce above this line, okay, above this line, okay, it continue just trickling down. So I'd keep an eye on it. It may still have some moves on the downside, and it's kind of funny that it's trading like this right before the summer. Usually, right before the summer, it's rallying because of anticipated driving in the Northeast and elsewhere in the world, as the summer months are a little bit more active in terms of gasoline. But that's in terms of that. Looking at gold just briefly. So looking at gold briefly, this is a daily chart of the gold. As you can see here, we're really trading at the bottom of the level. We had made a couple of different thresholds here, and I'm just rehighlighting them here. As you can see here, we've hit this level multiple times, and it's been trading in this range. So as long as it doesn't break this 1183 and it could continue trading between 1211, 1226 ish level and 1183. Once it dips below it, it gets a little bit hairy. So I would really keep an eye on this to see if it doesn't break this level. Maybe even buy a little bit here just to see, just to hold it a little bit, and to just anticipate this the bounce. But as you can see, it has been trading in a range, and it has been trading in a really great range. For those who have been trading in, just taking small moves in it, nothing really big, and not really sizing up in it, just taking it by stride and just booking your profits as you go along. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.